Cold forging. Special coiling machines are used to manufacture springs. In this case, the work is done by cold forging, which means the metal is not heated before being shaped. The procedure requires a high level of dedication and precision from factory workers. The video shows the well-coordinated work of 4 workers. That's how many people it takes to create a really big spring. It's being bent very slowly. The workers have to maintain the correct position of the workpiece at all times, otherwise the metal may break down. If for some reason there's no resistance on the part of the workers, the operation of the machine can lead to dangerous consequences. Ink making. The process of producing ink at factories is mostly an automated work. Even though people no longer play a key role here, the operation of numerous machines is impossible without them. This is a demonstration of the amazingly well-coordinated work of machines and people. Every machine and every person in the factory is an important link in the production chain. What you see on the screen right now are the machines used by the printing ink company, whose owner has shared his knowledge about the process. When he first made some ink, it was incredibly exhausting. However, when the work was completed, he felt a sense of anguish instead of relief, so he decided to continue. Making ink is always a challenge, no matter how technologically advanced the machines are. Only 4 colors of ink are produced at factories: yellow, magenta, cyan, and black. All other colors are developed on their basis. In fact, the production of ink is mixing colored pigment with solvent. At the first stage, a person adds pigment to the industrial mixer filled with this thick, viscous substance. The next stage in which a person is involved is dispersion. The mixture made in a mixer consists of large amounts of dry pigment lumps. The person and the machine break these lumps and distribute the pigment evenly over the whole mixture. The procedure is performed in 2 stages. First, the mixture is placed in a crusher where small metal balls break the pigment lumps. Then, the future ink passes through 3 rollers rotating in different directions, which finally mix the components together. The quality control is also performed by people making sure all ink batches have identical properties. Tire restoration. For a long time, restoring the tread pattern on a tire was an impossible task. As the years went by, the technological process allowed the procedure to be carried out manually. Finally, today, tire restoration is a fairly quick and easy process, because manual labor is skillfully integrated with automated processes. The machine you see on the screen is known as the Ring Builder 3000. The Italian company Marangoni produces such equipment. At the first stage, the worker puts a completely faded tire on the working area and starts the mechanisms. The tire is stretched. The equipment itself covers the surface with a thin layer of compound. While the machine performs this task, the person puts a tread on another working area. At this stage, it looks like a ribbon. The equipment stretches the tread and then puts it on top of the tire. So the most demanding part of the job is done by a powerful machine. The system then processes the surface of the tire to ensure that the layers are securely fixed. Amazingly, this teamwork made it possible to restore the tire in just 3 minutes. It means that in one working shift, the Ring Builder 3000 restores up to 200 tires. Clay car model. Before designers finish a new car and send it into production, they need to make sure it looks perfect. For this purpose, a clay prototype is made, which is an exact full-size copy of the future car. This modeling technique was invented about 80 years ago. Despite the fact that car manufacturing technologies have advanced a lot in the last years, this stage has not changed. That's because clay models allow to critically examine and evaluate the appearance of the future car for the last time. Clay is a soft, flexible material, so designers can easily and quite quickly fix any defects they might find. The work is carried out both outside and inside of the car. Even the slightest drawbacks are fixed. Today, the creation of clay modeling is mostly an automated process. However, people still play a key role, giving the model its final look. Interestingly, there are practically no schools where you could learn such skills. That's why real experts are so valued. They all have their own techniques and favorite tools. When people create things that previously existed only as a sketch on a piece of paper or in a computer file, everything is used, from sawmills to kitchen knives and surgical scalpels. More precise work is done by machines. Foam products. It's hard to imagine how much time it would take a person to manually make all these curves on a mattress, especially taking into account that each product should be identical to another, and all the cuts should have the same width, depth, and shape. That's why modern production halls use special numerically controlled machines. They guarantee high precision and excellent results. Of course, the equipment is controlled by a qualified person, otherwise it would be impossible to get the work done. It is noteworthy that not only mattresses but also pillows are made in this way. When the work is done, the worker only needs to remove the extra material. In this case, cutting is done with a thin metal thread. Truly technological equipment works equally fast and efficiently with materials of different density and texture. The equipment you've just seen is not the only one used for manufacturing foam products. This one, for example, cuts the foam into two identical halves and at the same time squeezes it, giving the production their desired shape. Silicon rubber production. Making products from silicon rubber is always a long and time-consuming process. If only because it takes a lot of time and effort to create the rubber itself. This is another example of well-coordinated work between a machine and a person. Silicon rubber, as you can see, is a very elastic material. It's made by mixing high molecular compounds of silicon and organic substances. Before the material acquires the correct properties, it is processed several times with special rollers. It's impossible to say exactly how long this procedure will take. Each time the workers decide whether the material is ready based on its texture and their experience. The expert runs the rubber through the rollers over and over again. If necessary, coloring pigments are added. We'd like to draw your attention to the fact that this work can actually be quite dangerous. The rollers exert great pressure on the rubber. You can't put your hands inside, so you have to be careful and focused throughout the process. Hey, stop being lazy, it's time to use that brain of yours. Welcome to Brain Time. Incredible facts from the past, the present, and even the future. The power of nature and wild animals, amazing facts and unsolved mysteries. You'll find all this and much more here. Subscribe now, you won't regret it.